Welcome to WildTrax. WildTrax is an environmental sensor network that allows users to centralize, store, manage, and process their sensor data. WildTrax currently supports two types of sensors: autonomous recording units, ARUs, and remote cameras. This video shows you how to use the Acoustic processing platform. If you're interested in remote camera image tagging, please see its technical video. Click on Log in the top left-hand corner to log into the system. Enter your username and password and click Log in. Once you've signed in, click View Sensors to access the dashboard and begin transcribing. The dashboard is an overview of all the sensors and projects to which you have access. You will see some general statistics related to the projects you're working on and any notifications. To begin, click on the sensor you would like to work on. Within each sensor, you will see a list of projects assigned to you. For each listed project, there's a drop-down menu where you can explore its summary and statistics. To move on to your assigned tasks for a specific project, click on a project title. This page lists all the tasks, i.e. recordings, you have been assigned within the project you selected. Before beginning a task, you can select filters to apply to your list of tasks. Otherwise, select the task you'd like to work on to begin transcribing. Welcome to the Analysis and Transcription page. This is where you will spend the majority of your time transcribing recordings. The recording title is what you are currently processing. It corresponds to the project, site, station, date, and time the recording took place. The Maps and Photos tab allows you to see where in the province and from what habitat the recording was taken. The Spectrograms tab displays your transcribing environment. The right-hand table is the Task Info panel. You can show or collapse this panel using the Show Info panel button. Before you begin transcribing, you need to complete the task info. The fields are as follows: method, combo, volume, the relative volume at which you're listening to the recording based on your computer headphone calibration, rain, average rain, wind, average wind, industry, average chronic industrial noise, background, average background noise, audio quality, the state of the microphone or data quality on the recording, comments, any comments associated with the recording, example, borderline heavy wind. Some fields may be locked by project administrators. You can modify and update the editable fields at any point throughout the transcription process by unhiding the info panel. Once you begin entering metadata, your recording status will automatically change to In Progress. The spectrogram displays the visual representation of the audio data you're listening to. Below the spectrograms are your spectrogram controls, which allow you to easily navigate through the transcription process on the spectrogram. A list of shortcuts can be found in the Need Help drop-down. When transcribing a recording, there are two ways to tag species on the spectrogram. The first is to draw a box around each species as you detect it. Click on the spectrogram and drag a box around the entire vocalization. Once you draw the box, a panel will appear to the right of the spectrogram. This is the panel you use to create a tag. The fields within the panel are the metadata for that individual. Species, the 4-letter AOU code that corresponds to the species. Individual, a sequential number for the species individual detected. Example, first individual gets number 1, second gets number 2, etc. Confidence, level of confidence with your species identification. Abundance, how many individuals of the species are present. Vocalization type, the kind of sound the species is making, a song, call, or non-vocal sound. Comments, anything pertinent you want to include about this individual. Once you have completed the metadata, click Save. The box you drew on the spectrogram will be populated with the species name and individual number. Should you need to edit a tag, click on the box. The species tag panel will reappear with all the metadata you input. If you are conducting minute-by-minute transcriptions, i.e. you are only identifying the first occurrence of a species individual per minute of a recording, then you will have the ability to duplicate a tag from the previous minutes if you hear the same species individual again in a subsequent minute interval. Once you have detected an individual or species in a previous minute interval, WildTrax can automatically populate the detection into the next minute. When you draw a box in a new minute, minutes are indicated by a vertical red line, you can select from a list of species that have already been detected. If the vocalization type changes between minutes, you can select a new vocalization type. Click Duplicate, and the tag information will be added to your box. The second approach is to first mark species detections and then draw boxes around them later. Yellow markers denote the time of first detection of a species or individual. This is a rapid way of marking a unique detection on the fly. Markers are created by hitting the Shift key. When you're done creating all your markers, use the up arrow to navigate to the first marker and then the right and left arrows to navigate between markers. Draw a box around the vocalization and then complete the species metadata as described previously. Next, you'll need to click on the marker to remove it from the spectrogram. All markers must be removed before changing the status to transcribed. Otherwise, you will be prompted with an error message to remove them. Each time you draw a box on the spectrogram and add a species tag, a record is created in the Logged Sounds table below the spectrograms. The Logged Sounds table shades minute interval detections by vocalization type, i.e. song, call, etc. See legend above table. If you wish to see the exact second of detection within the specified minute column, hover over the box. If you wish to navigate directly to that detection to re-verify an identification, click the minute interval box. If the autoplay mode is selected, the recording will automatically play from that point. From this table, you can also edit or delete a species detection using the crayon icon on the right side of the row. When you're confident with your detection, click and drag another box to enter a detection for a new individual. When you have completed all your annotations and wish to go on to the next task, click the status button above the spectrogram to change its status. Transcribed. You have completed the recording. This will lock your recording and you will no longer be able to edit it. Bad weather. The recording cannot be transcribed due to weather. In progress. You wish to come back to the recording later. If there are metadata errors, you will be prompted to fix them before moving to your next task. Errors might include missing recording metadata, missing species metadata, undeleted markers. Once the errors are fixed, click Accept to move on to your next recording. You can click the navigation buttons at any time to return to your dashboard or tasks. Upon completion of a task, it will now show as transcribed on your project page task list. As you work through and complete your tasks, your number of tasks to complete will decrease. You will be able to track this in the right-hand menu related to your assigned tasks. You will also see this information in the project's drop-down menu. We hope you enjoy working with WildTrax. If you have any questions, please contact us at support@wildtrax.ca. You can also find more detailed information on how to transcribe data at bioacoustic.abmi.ca.